Philip Rivers and the LA Chargers dominate Dallas this afternoon in Game 2 of a 3-game NFL Thanksgiving slate. 28-6 the final. Rivers threw for 434 yards and 3 touchdowns. His favorite target was once again Keenan Allen. Another dominant performance with 11 catches for $172 and a score that is 2 straight monster weeks in a row for Allen. Meanwhile, Dak Prescott continues to struggle without his buddy in the backfield, Ezekiel Elliott. He had a 60.6 QB rating with no touchdowns and 2 picks. He now has 5 interceptions and 0 TD passes the past 2 weeks. We'll get to the Cowboys in just a second here, B-Mac, as I like to call him, Dave Ross, America's embarrassment. Not America's team, but how about these LA Chargers? They are surging at the right time. We've seen Kansas City come back to the pack in the AFC West. Are we looking at a playoff team here in Philip Rivers and the LA Chargers?
Potentially. They're 5-6 right now, and the window of opportunity is open because of the uncertainty in their division with the Kansas City Chiefs, a team that was looking like a Super Bowl caliber team in the first month has dwindled down a little bit, and that has given the Chargers life. You look at what they've been able to do the last 2 weeks. You talked about Keenan Allen. He has 23 receptions on 27 targets in the last 2 ball games. Talking about a wide receiver that's playing at an elite level, and then Philip Rivers, and they have been doing exceptionally well offensively, and Melvin Gordon has been a vocal point. So they've been doing this with the arm of Philip Rivers, with the hands of Keenan Allen. And oh, by the way, when you transition to that defense, the last 2 weeks, we thought Nathan Peterman, first-time starter against that pass rush, no surprise, they dominated and they scored points. But the job they did today against a team that we believe has playoff caliber talent. Dak Prescott was shook. He was shook. They could not run the football. Well, they ran the football at times, but they did not stay on the pedal with that. And then the pass catchers couldn't get open. So right now what we're seeing is a defense from the Los Angeles Chargers playing with a lot of confidence. And oh, by the way, they got in the end zone again. 2 weeks in a row where they have scored points. And you look at what they're doing in the schedule that they have remaining. If the Kansas City Chiefs have a hiccup or so, I mean, look out.
Chargers are going to be right there in it. It appears this may be close to the death knell for the Dallas Cowboys because that offense is going way backwards as Ezekiel Elliott serves this suspension. Dak Prescott, is it fair to maybe take a step back and reassess the narrative around him? He was awesome in his rookie campaign, leading them to 13 wins, but now with Dez's talents dwindling, it appears, with no Zeke to help him out, he's looking like a deer in the headlights back there. Is it fair to say maybe, whoa, we need to pump the brakes on this Dak guy being a superstar franchise quarterback?
Well, yeah, I think what he did as a rookie made the expectations extremely high. He set the bar super high. Now, the last 2 weeks, he did not have his premier left tackle, Tyron Smith, against the Atlanta Falcons. He looked like a shell of himself. The same could be said a week ago against the Philadelphia Eagles. Smith was back.
He was.
But yet instead, we did not see the explosive plays that Dak Prescott has delivered in his early career. And now, I guess it's safe to say who is the most important offensive player there in Dallas. No knock on how important the quarterback position is because we all know that quarterback position is extremely important, especially if you don't have a guy that can keep you afloat. But Dak Prescott, he is not the same guy without Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel makes everybody better. It is not just the effect on the offense. He also helps the defense.
That's a good point.
So one side affects the other, and when you do not have Ezekiel Elliott, now as a defender, I can change how I game plan now. Because when you're playing against Ezekiel Elliott, you got to circle him on your game plan. This is the guy we have to stop.
Absolutely.
You take him out of the fold. Now we put all our attention on the quarterback, and Dez Bryant, for whatever reason, he's still having issues creating separation on defenders. So now when you look at this offense, who do they have that could be considered a playmaker without Ezekiel Elliott?
Without Zeke, I think the answer is no one. And right now, the Cowboys are in no man's land. Trying to rally for a playoff push down the stretch doesn't look likely with the way that offense is playing. They get held to just 6 points.
6 points.
As the Chargers defeat them 28-6 in Game 2 on Thanksgiving Thursday.